Good morning and welcome to 3 a.m. Yoga with Lisa. Lisa couldn't be here today with us, so I, being the great student that I am, have been asked to review some of the practices and teachings that Lisa has so generously shared with us. The first thing I want to talk about is the equipment that we use in our yoga practices. The first thing is a yoga mat. You need a nice, comfortable yoga mat, but if you don't have one, feel free to get yourself a blanket, any dog blanket will do. I would just recommend if you're going to use the dog's blanket, make sure to remove at least most of the dog hair so that as you're doing the breathing exercises, you're not ingesting too much hair. So otherwise, anything like this will work just fine. The second thing you're going to need is your yoga bricks. Now, if you don't have yoga bricks, use anything you have around the house. Large canned goods, for instance, will work just fine. Now, we are doing Lisa's yoga practices, so there are some basics that Lisa likes to recommend, and I recommend for Lisa's practices. And one of them is a crucifix. You are going to need this, folks, believe me. So if you have one or any other religious icon that you feel comfortable with, I would suggest you have that handy. Another thing you're definitely going to need is an external oxygen supply. It does help through some of these moves, so if you have that, you may want to keep it nearby. I strongly recommend it. Also, if you have a small first aid kit, just some bandages, some ointments, that would be helpful. Now, on the off chance that you own your own external defibrillator, I suggest you have that handy. But if you don't, I'm suggesting that you keep your phone nearby, dialed to 911, and do leave the front door open so that EMS workers are able to get in without any problems. You're also going to need a strap. Now, you can use just about anything you have around the house. Use your husband's favorite tie. I'm sure he'll enjoy supporting your yoga practice. You can also use a dog leash or anything else you may have around the house. Now, today we're going to talk about the ancient practice of Ouchi Wawa, which basically translates into extreme prolonged pain. Now, through these practices, you're going to remember to breathe as best you can. Again, if you need to use your external oxygen, don't be ashamed. Just do what you have to do. During the Ouchiwawa practices, you may want to use your prayer move. Now, remember, the prayer move is hold your hands to your heart and very sincerely say, "Oh, God, help me. Oh, God, help me." This will help to bring your breathing back to a regular, steady pace. So I'm going to be back in a minute with some of the actual practices, but for now, get your stuff ready, and we will begin shortly.